ADHD can actually be a superpower. There are some very successful people like Richard Branson and Elon Musk who exhibit symptoms of ADD or ADHD. They jump from thing to thing, they tend to have a lot of things going on all at the same time, multiple businesses, they want to do everything, they try a million different things, they're constantly running, constantly have their brains running. But the trick is, these very successful ADHD people have learned to control their ADD, ADHD. They've learned to control that explosion of mental energy. They've learned to focus it and narrow it into like a laser beam. This is actually a symptom of ADD, ADHD. It's called hyperfocus. It's when you get really zoned in on something, so zoned in that everything else kind of falls away. People who struggle with ADD and ADHD generally don't know how to control this hyperfocus. If they did know how to control it, they wouldn't consider ADD and ADHD a problem. Instead, they might consider it a superpower, as I now come to regard my mind as having certain superpowers. I'm able to hyperfocus. When you can't control that hyperfocus, then you end up just focusing on the wrong thing. You could end up focusing on some totally meaningless thing or something that's really not productive for hours at a time, for the whole day, maybe for days or weeks or months or even years sometimes. In this course, I'm going to teach you how to control your focus, control your hyperfocus, deepen your hyperfocus, and really start to use it to your advantage. At this point, I'd like you to take a moment to stop and write down in the discussion section of this video what symptoms of ADHD and ADD you relate to, which symptoms you struggle with and find to be a problem, and what you would like to do with your newfound superpower of hyperfocus, what you want to be able to do in this world, in this life. Write that stuff down, and I'll see you in the next video.